Last week on Top Travel, your hosts took in the Hippo's Playground of Namushasha Lodge, Namibia. This week they touched down in Travel Botswana.
Thank you so much, my brother. Hey, you lovely people, I'm Ines Mbijo.
Fezim Kize here, and you're watching another phenomenal episode of Top Travel. Oh, what are we going to be doing this time around, love?
Well, we are in the hot Botswana. We are ready to explore one of, I would say, the most magical places on this continent, the Okavango Delta.
Let's not waste time. You know how it is. We got travels.
Time to fly!
Shoo, small plane, hey love. I'm feeling nervous and excited. Hopefully there's not too much turbulence.
Do you want to hold?
Oh, yes, please.
Walking into the plane, it already feels like you're embarking on an experience. I mean, the roof is tiny, you can see the cockpit, it's wide open, and you can tell that we're being powered by propellers, which always means it's going to be an interesting ride.
Super smooth takeoff. You don't really feel that inertia that you do in a big plane, but the noise is loud. You can feel the engines vibrating through your body.
Named after the Tswana people, this is a country that is known to always be giving all sorts of beautiful views and scenery. What other interesting things are there about this country?
Well, we've got the incredible diamonds that can be mined from this land, but the Okavango Delta is known as one of the 7 natural wonders of this continent. So really something special to see in your lifetime.
Somebody was having a bit of a fun time there with the turbulence, huh? Small planes, not quite her thing.
I'm just glad to be back on solid ground.
But you have been fun so far, let's do this.
We were on the trail of the river that never finds the sea. That's what the locals call the Okavango Delta. And here in the Kalahari Desert, its waters are prized like champagne.
Thank you so much.
This looks amazing. I mean, it is quite a warm day. This is very welcome to a great stay.
To a lovely stay. Cheers, my love. Thank you.
From being up in the air, all that turbulence, to the serene landscape. I mean, this trip is giving so much in such a short period of time.
I know. I'm really glad to be on solid ground. I can't say that enough. But to be able to be welcomed almost like we're in paradise. You can already hear the wild birds around us. It feels like our trip's already begun and we haven't even got to the lodge.
As we jump off, of course, they welcome us with song and dance, and I love any time I get to sing or dance. And then those hot towels, refreshing from the towels to the singing and the dancing.
Such a highlight. I mean, this country is named after its people, the Tswana people, and a beautiful Tswana welcome brought us into this stunning place.
And beyond, Sandibe Safari Lodge on the Okavango has this shingled wood design, which almost disappears into the surrounding wild palms and fig trees.
Wow, this place is so unique.
I mean, all of the wood here makes this place feel very kind of grounded, very earthy, but the structure, love, the arches, insane.
I mean, I think one of the things this lodge is known for is being modeled after a pangolin. Obviously, the golden pangolin being almost like a mythical creature in African folklore, but also quite rare to spot in spaces like this. It's really surreal being in this lodge because I've seen it in a lot of interior design books and magazine features, but coming in here, you feel so cocooned within this almost sculptural structure. There are a lot of natural calming design elements, but also touches of glam and a little bit of luxe added to the mix as well. So you feel at home, but it really does feel like a special experience out here in the bush.
And we have made it. I mean, you can clearly see you get near 360 views standing on this deck, being able to appreciate this landscape, my love, especially with a backdrop like this. Hey,
afternoon.
When we came in here, we were blown away by the detail of the architecture, but also how fitting the structure is in this landscape.
This place is magical. I've been here for quite a period of time. I've seen animals coming through into this camp. Animals like elephants, they do trespass and they will be like moving, drinking water.
That is incredible. I mean, the fact that there are no fences really makes you feel like you're at one with nature here. You're not keeping anything out.
The reason why we don't have fences is just that we wanted to allow animals to come in. So as you for guests to feel at home and to enjoy the nature like the animals around you.
It's time for these wild animals to also roam free and go do a bit more exploring, eh?
Where are we going?
Okay, so
I think they said to our right, eh?
let's go intuition, you know? Just go with it.
Wow. It's like a little mini pangolin of our very own.
A small part of the bigger part, but I love that it's elevated so that there aren't any fences and things do roam, so I want to at least feel safe, like I'm elevated.
Wow.
Now we are talking.
The most incredible bed. Please don't jump on the bed, Fez.
It's fine, I'll act less like a wild animal, you know, no fences and everything.
Then you've got this incredible, almost like a, what is this, a walk-in bathroom?
Floating mirror, my love.
Hey.
Floating mirror. Hey, where are you?
Oh my gosh, the circular shower, and there's a skylight at the top.
Look at that. Right down to an infinity pool waiting for you. All the boxes ticked and then some.
And you've got this incredible view, a deck all to ourselves. It's so romantic. It's like a little treehouse pangolin cabin just for us.
Sandive, you win me. You get my vote. Come on. Come on. Huh?
Go. This is what I deal with.
We were up with the birds and I was about to play them some music of my own.
I'm so glad we decided to start our morning off with a sound bowl bath. I mean, to be out here and just start the day off in the present moment just reminds you of what we're doing out here. Hey, love.
Exactly. I think we always try to make sure that our days have things to do and they tend to be quite adventurous, but it's always good to take a moment, pause, just be grateful for where you are, you know?
Having done yoga for many, many years, I've found that incorporating sound into my wellness routine is really powerful. So the power of sound transcends many different cultures and has been going on in the healing space for millennia. The real idea around this is that vibrations produced by musical instruments actually change the vibrational fields of our bodies. So when we hear deep or high tones, it actually changes our brainwave structure and also changes our molecular structure, allowing us to heal and come into the present moment.
As Anesu is gently guiding me to bring myself into my body while hearing the sound and hearing the bowl so close, and I can feel it tracking up and down my body, and I mean, you can already hear that there's lion sounds all around you. It just feels like an immersion of Africa and just really what Botswana is about, and especially the Okavango Delta, which is being out in the wilderness, being present and enjoying what Mother Nature has for us.
After days of aeroplanes and 4x4s, the offer of a calabash massage from Kelly Kiokilwe was top of my list.
So glad that I decided to have a spa treatment instead of going to the gym with Fez. I mean, you know, workout is well and good, but I'm feeling like today's all about R&R for me. Having a welcoming foot ritual before the massage is almost like an added extra. It's so nice to just de-stress even before getting on the massage table. And it also helps me to connect with Kelly a little bit better before we get started. So Kelly, what treatment are we going to be doing today?
We are going to do the massage with the coffee and cinnamon oil.
Okay, and why do you choose coffee and cinnamon?
The coffee and cinnamon just take out toxin from your body and do the lymph drainage. It also makes your muscles more relaxed. It's also making yourself be more calm. We are going to use the calabash tools just to weaken up your soul and also to make you more relaxed.
Lovely. I really love how they add the calabash to this treatment. There's something about Africanizing wellness that really gets me excited. We're getting back to our roots, back to nature and the healing properties of all of our incredible plants. This is so special.
Okay, we're here, the Mecca. See, people think just because you go and you travel and you see all of these sceneries that you need to be lazy. No. Not this guy right here. You know I never cheat any of you. And thankfully, Santibe makes sure that I've got my weights and my cardio machine. On Top Travel, you gotta earn the view. I mean, some of us earn it with nice, relaxing massages and rubs. The rest of us get after it. Wild animals. After all of that, it's time for a cool down. Well, as you can see, the way that this gym is set up, you can open up the panels and it's almost like you're going off on your own walk. You know, your own private Delta walk without the chance of becoming a T-bone steak.
Turns out they're bigger on pizza around these parts. It would be more of an Italian evening with Chef Theo Chiezzi.
One of the highlights of the stay is their interactive kitchen experience. So let's see what Chef has planned. Oh my God!
Hey, how are you doing, sir?
So the flour is to dust so that it doesn't stick. So don't be shy with the flour. So you're gonna sprinkle that a little bit. Turn it over.
Okay, so you don't want it to stick to the rolling pin.
You don't want it to stick to the rolling pin as well as underneath. There we go.
Wow.
Nice and easy.
Does it have to be round, Chef?
Not really. It could be like maybe a flatbread pizza, I can say.
Ooh, nice.
So now what we need is the sauce. And be careful as we put our sauce. We don't need to put so much sauce because we're afraid our pizza will be very soggy. So the next thing, I like to put the mozzarella so that it can be able to hold the toppings. And then lastly, we're gonna finish it off with the Parmesan cheese. All right, so the next step now, we can be able to put some other ingredients that we might need to build our own pizza in a way that we'll be able to enjoy.
And how long do you put it in the oven for?
Well, it depends. You know, whenever that you put it into the oven, you gotta rotate it each and every 10 seconds or 10 to 15 seconds so that it can be able to cook equivalently, so that it doesn't burn one side and all of that.
It's always a good time when we do any sort of activity, especially if we're on the same team and we're a team good pizzas.
I mean, I have a competitive spirit by nature. So, you know, anytime we're doing something together, obviously we're gonna compare whose comes out best. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay, now Chef didn't do a toss, but I mean, you can't make a pizza without trying, right? Isn't that what they do? Yay, okay. And look, mine's actually circular, kind
You
of.
can see this is actually how you do it. Oh. Low stakes.
So now you're
Low
basically
stakes.
doing what I was doing.
Please.
I think I'm gonna add some salami, artichoke, some of that red onion as well, loads and loads and loads of Parmesan, and then of course have to try out that purple basil too.
I'm going to go a bit more carnivore, you know? I'm going to throw in as much meat as I can. To be honest with you, I'm just going to feel it out. Maybe I grab a bit of bacon. Maybe I grab a bit of chorizo. I will not grab any pineapple.
Fairs, this is your space, right? The kitchen is your domain. But when it comes to pizzas, I think I've held my own here. I'm excited to see how this tastes. It's coming. There she goes. Okay, unique, designer, abstract artisanal pizza.
Sometimes you just got to cheat a little bit, kind of help it along, bring it there, a little hand, tasty.
Wow.
Oh my.
My, oh my. Ish.
This looks amazing, guys. It's like you do this every single day. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Chef. Thank you,
This is
Chef.
really, really amazing.
Chef, this was a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure Ness is going to taste a lot more flavorful than mine. Mine, I think, is a bit of a single note with the meat. But yeah,
No, you win on presentation.
I'll take something.
What an awesome experience to be in the kitchen with you, my love. Jokes aside, it's always lovely to spend these moments with you.
Definitely, my dear. I think, again, we're just adding on to the tapestry of our story. And yeah, another one down.
Oh my gosh, wow, love. Look at this pre-game drive spread.
Then make sure that you're fueled up before you go see some of these incredible creatures, but you don't want to take too long, my love.
This high tea spread almost makes me feel like we're being plumpened up for any wildlife that we might see on the game drive. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to be looking like a snack for any lions we come across, but hey.
We just finished our high tea, about to go on our game drive, and we spotted a leopard. Tortoise, but still a leopard. And as you can see, it is very excited to have us around. It isn't running away, it's chilling quite nicely. This is the crazy thing when you don't have any fences or boundaries to stop the animals from coming in. You get to have experiences like that where you can sit here safely and just bask in Mother Nature.
It's so nice to be able to get so up close and personal. I mean, being able to see the pattern on the shell that looks quite similar to the rosettes of a leopard. I think this is a good omen for our game drive. Being able to see the small things as well as the big things is what makes the bush really special.
Fizz wanted to see a real leopard, and maybe this was a sign, but from seeing the smallest, we seemed to go straight to the tallest.
Wow, Lovey, look at that. Already seeing giraffes.
Yeah, it looks almost like two moms and two babies, maybe a little bit of a play date happening here.
I mean, it could be, two dads, a mom and a dad. Why do you think that it's two moms?
I mean, I think I read somewhere that the testosterone in giraffes makes their spots darker, so I'm guessing because she's so pale that she's probably a female.
Is this true, Dips?
Yeah, that is also true, and something to add up as well, there are some few variations in colors which is normally caused by some genetic mutations, as they don't have a proper social grouping. Sometimes that means that an individual from one group might join another family, mate in there, so that's how the genes get to be mutated.
Well, I think this is the perfect moment for a little bit of Jacobs. Energize us a little bit, perk us up. We can have it by this water over here.
You're speaking my language. You know what? Let's get jazzed up. Well, my love, that was a very good idea, you know? Nothing like a coffee in this kind of a setting.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost surreal. I mean, we are here. We are in the Okavango Delta, by the water's edge.
Oh, wow, my love. These are the moments, aren't they?
Yeah, memories for a lifetime.
I mean, true to their word, Okavango Delta has a dense population of elephants that just move and meander around here, and it is beautiful and majestic to see them this close. These are majestic animals, and the more of them there are, the more blown away you become by the sighting.
For me, it's always so interesting to consider that they're technically vegan, but some of the biggest mammals that we have here in Africa. I mean, if anyone ever said that you can't bulk up by just eating plants, I mean, clearly you can.
You know, elephants are one of the animals which their movement is mostly determined by the availability of food and water. And this time of the year, as part of our rainy season, they migrate a bit away from the permanent river bodies there in order to get some seasonal food sources, because this time there is water and food in these dry, arid areas. They gotta concentrate here for some few months before they trek back towards the waters and the next time of the year. These three male buffaloes you can see here, they just did their mud bathing or mud wallowing, which is something that helps them against this heat, as well as, you know, in exfoliation of those dead or dying body tissues.
Now you're talking my language. It sounds like a little bit of a bush spa day happening here. This is spectacular. I mean, a cheetah surrounded by the sunset right in the middle of the delta. This was exactly what was on our bucket list. I mean, my manifestation skills are on point. Check.
She's sitting so relaxed, so calm as the zebras just walk right by. It's probably because they are a bit bigger than the game she would go for, but she might have also eaten because she looks so comfortable, so relaxed, just sprayed out here on this plain. It is a very interesting interaction to see, hey, my love.
Such a special sighting that we would only really see at this time of day. I mean, she's more calm around the zebra because she usually hunts during the day. The nighttime is reserved for the cats higher up on the totem pole, the leopards, the lions. So she's relaxing. The zebra haven't seen her yet, building a lot of suspense for us, but unlikely that something will happen.
We weren't going to have to catch our dinner, but there was a chance we'd have to sing and maybe even dance for it.
What a setup, hey? Sandibe has been training this choir for years. It's basically like a professional performance, and music always brings me and Faiz a lot of happiness, a lot of joy.
Very true, and I feel like maybe they need 2 more people in there. We've been thrown down. Dancing with Dr. Mbija over here is always a unique experience. She tends to want to let loose, and then sometimes she'll look at me and she'll be like, you're going a bit crazy. So I never quite know what I'm going to get, but I know she's never gonna leave me hanging, whether it's drumming or dancing. She's always game.
Yeah, I got your back.
Welcome to our Boma dinner. This will be our outdoor kitchen. Tonight we're going to be doing one of our local traditional dishes, and here we do have the wild beast that goes with the carrot puree, fire-roasted carrots, pop fritters, shebo, and then we have the red wine to finish it off. Then we do have the Okavango bream fish, in which is our local fish, goes with the morojo, and then we have the blistered cherry tomatoes, some charred corn, charred spring onion, and then we have the salsa verde to finish it off. Then we have the extras as well. We have the beef siswa, and then we do have the pap as well right here.
It's so cool that these ingredients are ones that you find right in the back garden of Botswana. I mean, the bream is here in the rivers that just flow through this area. It feels like you're getting a very bespoke Botswanian experience.
Often when you have a beautifully presented meal, it can let you down in terms of flavor. But Chef Theo, we know him well now, never lets us down. It tastes incredible. I mean, this is like 5-star dining underneath the stars by the fire. What more could you ask for?
Another time of year and we'd have to do this drive by boat. But in the summer, you get to walk where otherwise only hippos can roam. Guide Dibs Dishpelo was taking us on a foot safari.
It is a crisp morning out here in the beautiful Okavango Delta. Really looking forward to exploring this area on foot. We've got a guide with over 11 years of experience in this incredible place. And we're going to learn a little bit more about the water formations, the inhabitants of this area. I can't wait. Time to head on foot, and I'm feeling a little bit nervous. You know, having your feet on the ground surrounded by wild animals has a totally different feeling than being in the safety of the vehicle.
These hyenas running around here having a bit of fun, but they do keep looking around. Maybe there is something to scavenge here. I'll also keep my eyes peeled.
This is nothing short of a magical experience, to be in the jewel of the Kalahari, surrounded by all of this wildlife, and to be so close to all the action is really a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Experiences like these get cemented in your mind because your heart is racing and you're very present. So I know I'm not going to forget this. This is perfect. With the hippos there, how close can we get, and what are the signs that tell us that we shouldn't move too close into the area?
Sometimes it could be continuous yawning as they try to display their big teeth, their weaponry. We might see them splashing the water, like scooping the water with the mouth. That would be some signs to watch out for. But looking at how they are relaxed at the moment, they're not even aware of our presence. They have got very good eyesight, good sense of hearing as well, and of course, if you might notice, their senses are all on top of the head, like the ears, the nose, the eyes. That is to enable them to see, smell, and even hear while the rest of the body is underwater. So they definitely know that we are around here.
I'm really glad that we're a safe distance away because just as Deep said, this hippo right here is kind of showing us who's boss, getting out of the water, blowing water out of their nostrils, letting us know that they know we are right here.
This is where the experience comes into play because he nailed all the signs, the mouth opening, the water, the making sure that we see how big it is. Maybe I just make sure we stay in the single file. We trust you.
So Deeps, can you tell us a little bit more about the water formations, how the delta essentially takes shape when it comes to rainfall?
Well, this is actually a normal cycle of the delta. We have got those time of the year when the water is low, which is around our rainy season. And then as time goes on, as we receive more rains from Angola, the water floods in, and we are expecting this place to fill up around June, July, which is when the delta is at its peak.
I find that so fascinating. I mean, I would have thought that during the rainy season, all of this would have been underwater, but it's actually in the dry season when there's rainfall all the way in Angola where we start to see the delta really coming to life.
That's what makes the Okavango Delta system so fascinating. You know, come around rainy season, that water will be like a drop in the bucket. And then during the dry season, when every part of the country is drying up, that is when the delta picks it up, you know.
So with all the rains that happen in Angola and the feeding into the delta, where does the channel end up going?
One particular thing that makes the delta to be fascinating is that it's one of the inland delta which doesn't flow out to the sea, so it rather ends up in the delta, something which earned it the name the Jewel of the Kalahari.
It is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You really need to come out here.
The delta is absolutely abundant, and we've been so spoiled here at Sandibe.
Your mind seems to untangle out here and tune in to the simple pleasures.
The beauty of travel is that it doesn't always have to be adrenaline and moving around. Sometimes you just need to pause and take everything in just so you can have that gratitude. Even the sounds of the water flowing through.
Not only is this room absolutely beautiful, but it's super comfy and cozy as well. I mean, having moments by the fire with a good book, looking out into the bush, it's things like this that really make it feel like a home away from home.
With the new day came the chance for us to see the most remote parts of the delta.
Traveling in the bush is quite an experience. We had to fly on a plane just to get in here, and our next means of travel is also one that is quite airborne, eh, love? Can you hear it?
Yep, it's coming on its way. I mean, I never expected to have another thing ticked off our bucket list here in the delta, but it's looking like this is going to be a great experience.
And that is us lifting up on the ground. We are elevating. We can see the ground getting smaller and smaller as we're going up. It's almost surreal because you see the shadow of the helicopter and it's slowly getting smaller and smaller as we start to take off. And so the ascension has begun, my love. Oh my goodness!
This is a first-time thing for me, so I'm not too sure how it's going to feel up there, if it's going to be a bit more bumpy than the flight in. A little bit of anxiety there, but mainly excitement.
I can't believe that I'm in a helicopter right now. My first time. We're flying over the Okavango Delta, now able to see things from a totally new perspective. This is
Jack, our pilot, has just told us that all of this green that we can see is covered with water once we get that catchment running through from Angola. So it is a unique experience, and depending when you see the delta, it looks very different from year to year.
We've been talking so much about how the delta has all of these ways to get water and the channels that come through, and when you see it from this perspective, you see the greenery that's there as a result of that trickling in from the Angola supply, but also just those rains that flash through. It really is a hot, wet season.
And the delta never disappoints, whether you're walking or now up here, it's green, it's animals everywhere. This is why we do the show.
Wow, this was incredible.
That is how you make an arrival. Look at this place. What a way to come in, right?
Oh, that was nothing short of what I expected. Almost it blew my mind being up there. What an incredible experience, guys. Even better when you touch down at Kajira Safari Lodge and the spoiling just continues.
Coming into any new space is always amazing because every welcome is unique, and this one is one of a kind. They look so ethereal with their white.
It's a stunning aesthetic, and I love how it's an authentic African welcome with the hand cleansing ceremony, really making you feel like you're at home, where of course this is much more luxurious.
Okay, so this is our green season. During our wet season, this whole area is submerged underwater.
Wow.
So we are approaching our drawbridge where boats can move either this side to this side freely. Yes, because we have double-deck boats.
Wow.
Yes. And then we are approaching that sand patch. We call it the Daily News.
The Daily News?
The Daily News. So what we do is we close this gate at night, and then if we get animals coming in during the night, we will see in the morning. Wow. Yes, there are tracks. Amazing. And then we'll be able to tell.
Lovely.
Yes. Okay, welcome to the main lodge. You'll be staying at the Baobab Tree House. However, before you go, I'll be showing you some of our artworks.
Fantastic. Really looking forward to seeing these.
Okay, so we'll start with this one first here. It's called The Bird by Poki Heifer. It has been influenced by an eagle, which is one of the birds that you find in the Delta.
I absolutely love the fact that it's a functional sculpture. You can sit inside and it's woven from kaboo cane by local artisans.
Yes. The second one is the Norththorn, which was made by Adam Birch. He made it on site.
Wow.
So this is the largest.
This is a very unique bench indeed. It just flows through as you're walking. It leads you with this art tour. Unfortunately, we can't take it home, my love.
I know. Whoa, and look at this incredible sculpture.
Yes, this is a fireplace made by Anton de Kock, the architect. Mm-hmm. And this is a lily at a stage of bloom. So we gather around here in the evenings during winter to appreciate the fire.
Beautiful.
Yes. Do you like chefs?
Listen, I might not end up being a grand master, but it is one of my goals to at least make it to 2,000 ELO. Those who know, know.
So these beautiful ceramic chairs are by Andile, one of the most celebrated African artists. And the features of the chair reflect the importance of maize in the Xhosa culture.
These ceramic chairs are definitely my favorite artwork that we've seen so far. I mean, I love the fact that the artist has used ceramics to create a piece of furniture.
Okay, so this is the guide's table. You can sit around here with your guide and plan your activities. It also shows you the rough sketch of the area. So you are at the airstrip, and it shows you the Baobab Sleep Out also, where you'll be staying. It's 1 kilometer away from the main lodge.
Well, my love, there you go. X marks the spot. That's where we're gonna head.
A baobab treehouse is the stuff of little girls' dreams, and now I get to do it with my boy.
If you just saw the silhouette, you'd think it was just a giant baobab. It's only when you come closer that you recognize all of these different levels. I can't wait to see even more.
That's the beauty of a structure well made, is that from afar it literally looks like the real thing. And as you get closer, you realize it is an artwork.
This baobab treehouse is one of your signature offerings here at Kijera. Tell us your story.
This design was made by Jacobus Hendrik, a South African, inspired by a masterpiece, iconic masterpiece painting. So the painting is of an isolated baobab tree house, and we think this is a masterpiece.
How high is the structure?
It's about 10 meters high.
Wow, look at these branches here. They're so realistic.
It is an incredible structure, my love. This rust makes it look brown, and it almost makes it part of this landscape when it comes to the coloring.
Up the stairs we go. The inner child in me is very excited right now. What is in here? Wow! Look at this bathroom!
Okay, I get it. This is actually very unique.
They had me at the copper sinks.
Either way you look, you have views.
Let's go up, let's
The
go
higher
up.
you go, the more exciting it gets. And you know what's great, my love? These walls aren't solid. They're these fenestrations. This grille allows you to see through. So as you get higher up, it's almost like you start appreciating all the views and how much more you can see.
Let's see what we have here. Ooh, okay, there's a bed, so we all know what that means.
Wow, okay, this is what I'd like to see. A bedroom with 180 views. I'm pretty sure you'd love this, my dear. You're all about that rustic but like chic look.
Yep, I mean, I'm loving this bedding. It's got that lovely textural element to it, these nice earthy colors. So it really does blend in with the bush. It's almost like it's camouflaged.
Ah, exactly.
Top level, the main attraction. Look at this view.
Wow. Okay, now I see it. It is 10 meters up in the air, and you really do get a panoramic view, and you can appreciate how amazing the delta is from here, my love.
Yeah, you can see as far as the light touches. I mean, this flat landscape really allows the eye to wander, and I wonder what incredible things you'll be able to see up here.
Didn't even know there'd be another bed. You know what? You can have it. It's you.
I have to do it once.
Coming here, and there is an entire spread, everything that you might want. Wine, champers, as well as little snacks. It really sets you up for a great, relaxing end of the day with everything to see. And it makes it so much more special when I have Ness right next to me to appreciate this. One-of-a-kind sunset, one-of-a-kind sundowners.
One-of-a-kind guy.
Hey, look at you. Ooh, this is the moment we've been waiting for. The stars are out in abundance.
I know, it is such a special night. Should we turn off the lights?
Let's do it. Wait, let me get my pointer. Isn't that the North Star?
You might be right, love. Yeah, looks like it. And I think I see Orion's belt over there.
Wait, where?
Let me shine it for you. Right over there.
Oh, there it is. Hey, look at you.
That's one of my favorites. I feel like everywhere I am, I can always pick up Orion's belt. It's very grounding.
Because you can see some of those stars are a bit sharper than the ones over here, but with the lack of ambient light around, you can still see these stars so clearly, even with a bit of cloud coverage.
Wow, stargazing in the Okavango, hey?
And the Delta wasn't done fulfilling my wish list. She just saved the best for last.
I finally have my leopard sighting. And with the sunrise as the backdrop, it is the perfect moment. Bucket list is just getting ticked off. This is going to be one of those trips that I'm going to look back for many, many years to come.
There is so much action still going on. I mean, you can hear the vervet monkeys making their warning calls. We saw the impala also trying to let the leopard know that they had seen him so that they didn't become easy pickings. But everyone's still a little bit on edge right here. I'm still at the edge of my seat as well. What an incredible way to start the day. Amazing, eh?
Indeed. It's jumping up, climbing up the tree. Maybe it's hunting, trying to find one of these vervet monkeys. I can hear them going off. It really is a majestic creature. It just moves through these branches as if it's nothing. And wow, it's getting harder to see it. This is why I feel like my leopard sighting has been so difficult. I watched it get into the tree and now I can't identify it. It really is an animal that can just disappear.
Mala, cheers to a wonderful sighting.
Now, they say that Venice is a sight to behold, but senior guide Salani Gambule might have a thing or two to say about which are the most beautiful canals in all the world.
This is beautiful. Wow.
You guys ready for Mokoro?
Oh, yeah. What does Mokoro mean?
Mokoro is the Tswana word for canoe. So over the years, this has been used by the traditional people here in the Delta to transport from the Delta to Mau, where they can actually trade. So it's a mode of transport for over many years. For many years, it was made of trees. You cut it, a hollow tree. Because of conservation, we have to change that to make it of fiberglass. So now we're using fiberglass because we're trying to preserve the trees for longevity and sustainability.
I love it. Conservation, sustainability.
We're coasting down the Boro Channel right now, and I mean, when it comes to the Okavango, we've been spoiled for choice. We've seen her from the sky, driven through, even walked through the Okavango, but to see her in her majesty on the water is something completely different. It's so serene. The water is creating almost like a mirror reflection of the bush around us. It's silent, and I mean, this is just the perfect way to start a morning.
I've never been on a gondola. It is giving African gondola feel with all the sounds of Africa in the background. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to be on a gondola, but I kind of think that floating down the delta in a Mokoro kind of beats Venice. Our last morning here in the Okavango Delta, and it's a bittersweet moment. I mean, Botswana has been giving, and this Mokoro boat ride almost feels like a moving meditation, an incredibly peaceful way to start the day. I mean, nature is engulfing us in her splendor, in her beauty. There's nothing short of a great view every single place that you look, and I'm just so grateful to be able to experience these moments and create these memories with Fez.
I am honestly very blessed to be able to do what I do, and more so with the person that I love. And this is my moment of gratitude, and again reminding myself to be present and to enjoy, even if it is an adrenaline-packed. Botswana, you have given us everything and more.
See you next time for another great episode of
Top Travel.
Bye!